That's the greetings in these parts, and when you come to College Station, Texas, you know that the Aggies are ready to gig 'em. Kyle Field will be swaying and electric for this one. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. He'll call for the fair catch here. The LSU Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long, fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here comes the offense on first down. Looking for space. It's Owens. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this.
And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies! This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practiced.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. A hand to the running back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that, too.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to throw. It's Collins. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know, if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You got to give the defense tons of credit because we know how much speed this quarterback has. That time you saw the pursuit. They were able to bring him down for a big loss on the sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking. He's backed up, and it's blocked. Picks it up. He'll try to run it back. Touchdown, Aggie. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And you got to get penetration right away on these punt blocks. They get penetration, get in the backfield, get right in the punter's lap, get their hands on it, and then guess what? Now it's a live football. They scoop it up. They take it all the way back to the house.
On the move from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Hard running there. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Pocket starts to collapse. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. the pick six.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Offense set on first down. The give to the tailback. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. Back at it to open the quarter with this first down play. Let's go. He's going to pass. Going up top. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Got it in the middle. It's Allen. And he's brought down after a huge completion. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity before the defense gets to the ball.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They go to the ground. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
They're bringing heat. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. Follow the blocker.
the offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Looking for a man. It's Collins. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
But for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll mark it down at the 30. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Power football with the run. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense needed something to go right. Man, they're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
To the air, it's Collins. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Now, don't forget, and I'm sure he hasn't, he had one blocked earlier. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
To the ground with the back. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And that's a perfect example of why offensive coordinators like running the ball in third and long situations, because you're expecting the defense to be in a big prevent zone coverage type scheme, and it makes it so much easier for these running backs to get into the second half.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys, and I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion, and no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today.
LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Quickly to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He'll bring it back. It's Durham. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Dropping back, it's Collins. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
And they got him for the sack.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Now from inside the red zone. They're trying to get to it. Got a man. It's Allen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Fires into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Splits the uprights, it's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
For the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. No good place for a turnover, but this one is particularly bad, and they've got it at the 20-yard line. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. The give is to Smith. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll try the run. Powers through the defender. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Here on third down for this offense. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Aggies! And the punishment has been extended.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the basket because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little
open runway ahead. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
I love the work the offensive line does on that play. They created a huge hole for the ball carrier, and he's a guy, if you get him in the second level, he can take it the distance. Nice job up front.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery, and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. A 3rd down play to open up this quarter. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Looking down the middle. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Running with power. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Here's the handoff. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. It's Wegman. Fires to the middle. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Aggies have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pulls it in, it's Owens. Touchdown, Aggie! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. The give is to Williams. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gets rid of it. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. And be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And don't forget, he did have one blocked earlier. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? From the gun, running back gets to give. On the move at the 30. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that 1st, keep the drive going.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. When you deal with a rivalry game, you have to live with the outcome for a full year. And this one is going to